All right, guys. It's your old pal Lowball Norm back with another video, but it's not what you were expecting. I know, you're all desperate to hear my latest hot takes on the goings on of the SICHL, but there's not much going on. There's not much going on for me to comment on. So instead, I did what any reasonable person would do, and that's impulse buy an Xbox so that I could play NHL22. That just stands to reason. Anybody would do that. So what I decided to do is I have created all of the SICHL teams in NHL22, and I'm going to play a franchise mode of the Philadelphia Fire Ants within the SICHL within NHL 22. Hence, fake hockey squared. It's fake hockey within fake hockey within fake hockey. Not really three levels, but you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some videos on these as I'm playing them. We're not going to do the whole thing. I mean, that's crazy. Nobody wants to watch that. But I thought I would do a couple of intro videos to what I'm doing, and then periodically as I'm playing through, we'll pop in and do a little video kind of letting you guys know how your fake hockey teams of fake hockey teams are doing within my fake hockey league. Make sense? It'll make more sense. So for the first video, I'm going to show you your teams. I have done my best. I promise you this is my best. Don't judge me. I promise you this is my best. To recreate the logos and uniforms. It was incredibly difficult. The logo and jersey selection in NHL 22 is trash. Calling it right now. So I have done as best as I could. Some of them look pretty good. Some of them look, let's just say, not quite so good. Okay? But I'm going to show you all your teams so you can take a look at what they look like. And then maybe in the next video, we're going to do, I can't recreate the rosters. It's complicated. I can't give you all your guys. It would take so much work, so much work. So instead, we're just going to do a fantasy draft. We're gonna do a fantasy draft, and I'll do a video of the fantasy draft so you can see what players you guys get, and then periodically as I'm going through the franchise mode, I will give you guys updates on how everybody's doing. Maybe we'll simulate a game or two so you can watch your teams in action. And anyway, I don't know if anybody's interested in watching this. I'm probably gonna do it anyway, but if you are interested, let me know. And we'll keep going. So, but now, blah 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 blah. Let's look at these. Okay, let's look at these. Now, I had to match the number of NHL teams for various reasons. You don't care. So I had to create some new teams. Okay, I took legacy teams from SICHL history. Okay, so that's a good thing. But let's start with the Acadia Grizzly Bears. Now, I had to call you the Acadia Bathurst Grizzly Bears because they don't have Acadia, and you can't make up a city name for some reason because EA is a terrible company. So, but anyhow, Acadia Bathurst, that's close enough. That's close enough. Okay. We're gonna pop in. We're gonna take a look at just the uniforms over here. All right. There's the lovely stadium. Okay. All right, and there we go. That's not so bad. I think I got everything relatively right. Like I say, the striping is problematic. I had to get creative with the striping, and I had to get really creative with the logos sometimes. But this is the basic idea. This is the basic idea. All right, there's your away jerseys. Looking pretty good. Looking pretty sharp. All right, we're just gonna run through these, baby. We're gonna run through these. Okay, Banff also not in the list, so we had to go with the Alberta Rockies. It's close enough. It is close enough. Okay, let's come over here. There's the lovely stadium there as well. And here are the Alberta/Banff Rockies. I had to give you the old Colorado. I tried to change the coloring so that it does not obviously a C in the middle. It looks like a, I don't know, the Eye of Sauron on the mountain. That's what that could be. All right, and there's your away jerseys. Looking pretty sharp. Look at those bright colors. Look at the pop. Very good. Very good. Okay. Let's keep this party going. Here is the first legacy team. This is the Amsterdam Admirals. Anybody remember them? I gave them some gaudy. There you go. Not gaudy. They're not. That's not gaudy. That's not so bad. The Cannons got some gaudy stuff. We'll get to them. But there we go. Amsterdam Admirals, and I didn't do any of your alternate jerseys. For everyone screaming at their screen, oh, where's my alternate? I didn't do your alternate jersey. Do you have any idea how long this took me to do? Are you people crazy? I'm not doing all your stupid alternate jerseys. It's too much time, baby. Too much time. Okay, let's head to the Boston Colonials. Gary. Here is your team. They didn't have your little guy for the logo, so I had to give you something generically American. All right, but we got some stars and stripes there. We got the colors right. That's pretty close. And then there's your away jerseys, looking pretty sharp. Very good. Enjoy, sir. Enjoy. Next up, we have the Brandon Wheat Kings. Now, Brandon Wheat Kings, of course, we couldn't get the classic Brandon Wheat Kings logo, and I couldn't get those, those cool wheat things that go down the side of the uniform. But I tried to capture the essence of that with the yellow striping here. I tried to capture the essence of it. And we gave you the old Kings King logo there. All right. There's your home. There's your away. Should have put maybe a black background behind that logo. But that's okay. That's all fine. It's good enough. There you go. Lovely. Next up, we have the Brno Barons. Again, they didn't have a little Baron that I could have for the logo. They didn't really have anything that was comparable, so we just gave you a fancy B. Look at that fancy B. Looks kind of regal. Even got you that 3D drop lettering. Very good. And then we have the away. Excellent. We are plowing through these. Next up, we have the Calgary Mustangs, one of many, many horse-themed teams. I was complaining about the number of horse teams, and I realized there's actually still at least one more horse-themed logo I could have used out of the batch. Why do people love horses? What is the deal with horses? I don't get it. Okay, but anyway, here's your horse. It's a little more cartoony than your regular horse, but that's okay. That's okay. The coloring, spot on. Beautiful. Lovely. Stop making horse teams, okay? There has to be like a 3-team limit on horses. Okay? Next up, Chicago Tigers. Here we go. Lovely. There you go. That actually was pretty faithful. I mean, a tiger logo is pretty standard, so that's all right. Colors look very sharp. Little Philadelphia Flyers-y. Looking good, looking good. Next up, we have the Dublin Shamrocks. Oh, the Dublin Shamrocks. There was no 4-leaf clover. There was no 4-leaf clover. There was no leprechaun. There was no horseshoe. There was nothing. There was nothing. So I had to give you the Dallas Stars logo. But, I mean, it has a D for Dublin, right? And a 5-pointed star is, I mean, it's just a very pointy 5-leaf clover. And what could be more lucky than a 4-leaf clover, but a 5-leaf clover? So, in fact, I'm really, in a sense, helping you with this logo. So you're welcome. You're welcome, Shamrocks. You're welcome. All right. Next up, the Edmonton Supersonics with your weird Superman S. I tried to capture the spirit of the weird Superman S. I mean, if you squint really hard and you reverse it, it kind of looks like the S. A little. A little bit. There you go. But there's your outfit. There's your uniform. I had to just make up for because we only have the jerseys. I tried to match the jerseys to what Mike has done, so that's what was my base. And then from there, I had to make up socks and the pants because we don't have that. Okay, the Havana Revolutions, they don't, because it's an American game, they don't have Havana, they don't have Cuba, they don't have anything at all in that area of the world, so we had to just do Florida. Technically, Florida is the name of a small town in Cuba, so that could work. Also, a lot of Cuban expats in Florida. Not really big fans of the revolution traditionally, but that's okay. The logo, we didn't have a little soldier do, but I think this is quite nice. I kind of like that. And I gave you some commie red flags there of revolution on the shoulders for a little secondary one. So I think that worked out all right, as best I could. There you go. Very nice. So even though Florida, so I'm taking it as Florida, Cuba, not Florida, Florida, as the location of your team. All right, next up, the Fredericton Express. There was, surprisingly, nothing train-related in the logos, so you got this weird E thing. There you go. That's actually, you know, I mean, that could be worse. That could be worse. That gets the idea. There's your outfit. That gets the basic idea. There you go. A lot of the striping is similar, but a lot of the striping is similar in a lot of your guys' jerseys. Okay, so don't blame me. Tried my best. Tried my best. Okay, I went with the Grand Prairie Gremlins. Longtime people in the league will remember the Grand Prairie Gremlins as the team run by the first and thus far only female GM in the league, Shane. I mean Rebecca. Sorry, a little inside joke there for the old timers. Yeah. So I mean, there was other choices that would have been better, but I mean, look at that logo. Look at that. They have a gremlin logo. How can I not have the gremlins? And look at these gaudy green uniforms. They're perfect. I love them. Beautiful. Okay. What is next? Let's go down the list. The Hamburg Gladiators. Thank God for the Hamburg Gladiators. Henry, you chose a logo that is literally in the game that I can just one-to-one put in there. Easy peasy. Your striping was a little weird, so I tried to capture as best I could. But that logo, perfection. Perfection. And there's your away jerseys. Happy with that. Very happy with that. All right, next up is the Hamilton Steelhawks. There you go. Nice and bright. Gave you some funky striping on the bottom half. Why not? And then there is the away uniform. Lovely. Continuing on. Okay. Unsurprisingly, they did not have Reykjavik in the list, but they did have Iceland. So congratulations, you are now the Iceland Riders. Another horse-themed logo, but I think this turned out pretty nice. The striping actually is a fairly decent match to what Mike's done, and I kind of like that logo, right? And then when we get to the aways, flips to black. Look at that. Look at that. Pretty sharp. I'm happy with those. That turned out well. Looks nothing like his logo, but you know, what are you gonna do? Next up, the Kansas City Crunch. Okay, this was an easy one. This was an easy one. They had a bull logo. It's a little less angry than Kirk's, but you know, it's all right. Some nice bright colors there. And then we have the away jerseys. Looking good. Looking good. Ready to tear it up. We are plowing through these guys. Next up, we have, the Las Vegas Aces. They did surprisingly have a spade with a poker chip around it, so that was kind of easy. I like the actual Aces logo better, but that'll do. That'll do. Tried to capture the creative striping of the Aces jersey. Best I could. And the aways. Very nice. Next up. The London Monarchs. Nice and simple. We got a line with a crown on it and everything. Beautiful. And there's your uniforms. Okay, we have next the Montreal Millionaires. The hardest part about this uniform, the M, like, listen, I don't have a fancy M. I just got a regular M. Okay? But the hardest part was getting this stupid color to be halfway close to what the actual color is. The color wheel on NHL22 is a nightmare to control. It is like super sensitive. So it was very difficult. Tried to give you some old-timey striping on the old socks there. I thought you might appreciate it. There's the homes, and there's the aways. All right, after Montreal, we have the Nova Scotia Schooners. Scourge of the SICHL. Vilified even more than myself. Hard feat. Difficult feat to pull off. Eric has done so. But here is his lovely jerseys. Look at that. Aren't they nice? They didn't have that anchor thing. Well, they had the Norfolk Admirals. I could have used that logo, but it says literally Norfolk Admirals on it. Probably I figured you wouldn't appreciate. So I just put a big old boat on there. Why not? There you go. There's a big old boat. And there's a big old boat on your away jerseys. All right, next up. Everyone who has like a Vancouver, all the Vancouver GMs and stuff, you've all already skipped past all this stuff, I'm sure. But that's okay. Next up, the Ottawa Slammers. This was a pretty easy one too because they had the old, Senators logo to use. So we just slapped that bad boy on there. We gave you some cool stripes. Look at that. Looking good, looking good. Lovely. All right. Next up, I believe it is, yes, your future champion in the NHL22. Already a champion. So I'm often reminding you. Here is our uniforms. Obviously, they did not have a fire ant, but I used the old Atlanta Flames one because there's fire in it and A for ants. I mean, it just kind of makes sense, right? There we go. Beautiful. And there's the aways. Very nice. Very nice. Just imagine that holding up a Stanley Cup. Because you're going to see it. Well, we'll see. I've been playing a bunch of the franchise modes so far, and I kind of stink at it. So, so you probably will not see me holding the Stanley Cup anytime soon. Still more horse-themed teams. We have the Buckaroos. They didn't have your cool cowboy, so we had to go with this guy here. But still looks pretty good. I like the striping on those jerseys, actually. That's actually pretty good in the actual ones and in here. And for the away, look, we flip it over to the black logo. Look at that. Look at the skill. Right? Flip that logo. Looks so good. All right. Enough about how amazing I am. Let's continue on. I wish you didn't have to scroll through this every single time, and I'm sure you wish that even more. All right, next up, the Quebec Cannons. Oh, I gave them some nice gaudy colors, just like the original Nordique. Oh, yeah, look how obnoxious that is. That'll burn right through your retinas, baby. Woo! Love it. Love it. The away jerseys, much less of an eyesore. There you go. So good luck to les Canons de Québec. Next up, we have the Seattle Grunge. I like the Seattle Grunge's actual logo. It's very cool. They had obviously nothing even close to that. So I opted to give you a cool guitar. Right? Kind of captures the spirit of grunge. It's nothing like your actual logo at all, and it looks kind of weird on the jerseys, but that's okay. That'll do. It was that, or you got a big S in a circle or something. Okay, so deal with it. But there you go. There's your jerseys. All right. We are getting close to the end here. Only a few more to go. We have the St. Louis Spartans. Another one that was fairly painless to port over. There we go. Looking pretty good. I do say so myself. Those colors make it kind of look a little like the Islanders, but that's okay. Won't fault you for that. Very nice. Stockholm Cougars. Another one with a direct logo transport straight into the game because they use the old Florida Panthers. Nice and easy. I think I got that pretty much exact to how we have it. The color options are a little different. You don't have as much freedom with the color options within the logo. They try, but it's not always 100%. So, but there we go. I think I did pretty good on that one. That one works. Oh, this is the worst. This is the worst one. I'm going to issue an apology to the Toronto Metropolitans. I don't 100% know what their logo is, what's going on with their logo. And there's nothing even remotely close to it that I could do. I mean, I tried all sorts of... I went through every logo in the whole game, and there was nothing. So you got a T, and I apologize for that. I did put these, like... They got these, like, stylized Ontario maps with a maple leaf that I put as your side patches. They didn't look good as a main logo, so I didn't put it as your main logo. But I thought I got to throw you a bone of something because those are pretty weak sauce logo. Pretty weak sauce logo that I had to force you with, so I apologize. But there you go. All right. The Vancouver Vipers. Looking good. I like that. For some reason, the Vipers logo seems like really large compared to some of the other logos, which is great because it takes up a nice big spot on the jersey. So it looks good. Then we have the aways. Classic. Classic. And I think we've just got a couple left here. Yeah, we've just got the Norsemen. Now, they had lots of, like, Viking. They had, like, Viking guys and stuff. But that, listen. Matt's trying to class it up a little bit with this logo here. So I tried to capture... I couldn't get your shield exactly. They couldn't do 2 letters, apparently. We can only do 1 letter. Thanks, yay. But so you got a V in there. Tried to capture the striping on the old jersey as best I could. I think this one turned out all right, all things considered. Better than like a big, stylized Viking with an axe or something on the front. I don't think that would have really captured it. Maybe for an alternate. Not doing alternates. Listen, if everybody watches me do these NHLs, all right, and it's a big deal, and we do it again another year, maybe we'll do alternates, or maybe I'll go in and fix the alternates. Right now, no, it's too much. Just too much work. Okay, they didn't have White Horse, so you're now the Yukon Huskies. That's close enough. Close enough, and they wouldn't let us do lettering on the front, so I couldn't put Yukon or White Horse. So you had to go back to the old doggy logo. But I think that still looks pretty good, right? Nice contrast with your gaudy purple uniforms. Beautiful. There we go. Excellent. Okay. That's everybody. That's it. So there you have it. Hopefully you stuck through all that. The next video that I do is going to be probably the draft, the fantasy draft. I'm not going to pick anything, even my own team, so I'm at the mercy. It's going to be a random order, and it's going to be random choices. All right, so stay tuned and look out for that video if you want to see what your team is going to look like. Well, maybe I'm only going to maybe show the first, the first couple of rounds, just so you can see the main guys you get. Then we'll sim the rest of it, and then I'll kind of go through everybody's roster, so you can kind of see what you're starting with. But then there's trades, there's all sorts of free agents. I don't control any of it except for the Fire Ants, baby. So who knows what your team's going to look like at the end. But hopefully you guys will find this interesting in some way and want to watch it. All right, there you go. Oh, by the way, check that out. Visit the SICHL merch store, baby. You can get your own. All right, order just came in today. I was very excited. All right, that's it. Let me know what you thought about your uniforms. Let me know if you're interested in watching anything about an NHL franchise thing, or who's it? I can't speak anymore. I gotta end. That's it. Goodbye.